My name is Anik. Also, if you've never practiced with me, welcome. You're about to have a fun time because we're going to tone our bodies. So we're going to stretch. Some of you may think that yoga is all about calm, relaxing things, but that's not going to be the case today necessarily. We're here to build muscle and to tone our core, tone different parts of the body, just all around. So if you have a strap or a belt or anything like that, you can use that during your practice. I'll tell you when to use it. But there's that as reference. You can also have some blocks or two really fat textbooks to use for support during the practice as well. I will tell you when to use it, but those are props that you can bring with you, but it's really optional. So we're going to build some muscle. If you want, grab some water, have it long so that you can take a break whenever you need. But these are going to be kind of isolated movements. We're going to go one by one, kind of transition from one place to the other, but you're going to have the time to really focus on the movement, really understand what muscles we're supposed to engage, and then you can use it in the future for yourself. So without further ado, let's start. And like this, you can grab your mat. And even if you don't have a mat, you can do this on the floor. You don't need anything fancy. And we'll start. So find a comfortable seated position. And just to start, I want to open up the hips so we can really loosen up. Let's bend the knees, place them in front. You can have your hands behind your back like this. And just lightly allow the knees to fall side to side. These are called windshield wipers. And just allowing our inner thighs to open up, our knees falling in, side to side. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to cross our legs and go into a tabletop position. So my wrist is actually kind of sprained, so I'll do it differently, but you just place your hands on the floor like this. I will be placing it a little differently, but just keep your hands, palms fully on the floor, like this. Keep the spine nice and tall, extending from the top of the head to the front of the mat, and the hips towards the back of the mat. You can slightly tuck the chin in towards the chest, and find your engagement there. Next, we're going to begin to lift the knees up. So we're going to curl the toes under and gently lift the knees up off the floor, 1 inch off the floor. So once again, you should have your hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips, and you're just pushing like this. Imagining that your head is being pulled forward, hips being pulled back. Find that positioning with the hands. Stay there, deep breaths. I know if you started holding it at the beginning, you're probably shaking by now. That's what we want. We're starting strong. And lower down. You can drop the hips down towards the back, onto your heels, and lower the hands down. Take a little breather, and we'll come right back up in a moment. This is your pose that you can always come back to throughout this entire practice. So get to know it. You can also bring your knees wider apart or closer together, whatever works best for your body. When you're ready, we're going to come back up to tabletop position. And same thing, curl the toes under, lift the knees up. From here, it's not that you're just allowing the spine to arch. You're staying here and you're engaging the core, pushing the hands into the mat. It's like you're going against gravity and you're slightly rounding the upper back. Deep breaths through the nose. See if you can lift the knees up off the floor even more. Imagine your heels are being dragged towards the back. One more breath. And down, lower through child's pose. You can lower down towards the forehead. Deep breaths. And last time, coming back up. Placing those hands directly under the shoulders, curling the toes under, and lifting up. Slightly round the spine. You should feel the engagement inside of your arms and the forearms. Also, when you're placing weight on the hands and the wrists, it's not just in the wrists, but it's also on the very tips of your fingers. So maybe the middle section of your fingers lifted off the floor. Lifting the hips up. Keep the spine straight. Neck is straight. And exhale, drop down into child's pose. Take a breather. Next, we're going to slightly bring our knees out to the side and then walk the hands forward, forehead on the floor, and gently massage your forehead, allowing your fingertips to stay on the floor while the wrists lift off the floor. You can also let the head fall side to side, stretching out the neck, a little bit of the back, the side of your belly. And beautiful. We can stay here, lowering down our forehead, and then we'll be placing our hands together in prayer. So place your hands together and then inch the elbows closer together, further up the mat. Take a moment to breathe deeply here. If you want, you can use your blocks here under the shoulders. Under the elbows. And last breath. Drop the hands down and rise up. Now is when we take our strap or belt, whatever you have handy. A scarf also really helps. And I'll turn to face you guys at first. But as you see, it's the strap. And the wider you place your hands on the strap, the easier it's going to be. The closer you bring it towards the center, the more difficult it's going to be. So all we're going to do is begin to open up the shoulders, gently extending towards the back. If you're stopping like this and you can't allow your hands to go or your arms to go further back, then try again by placing your hands further apart. Then extending back, and it allows you more space. So find that perfect placement on the strap and gently start these shoulder openers. And these are really great, especially if you work in an office or at the computer often. If you're slouching, a lot of us hold tension in this area too. However, there are some people that are not able to do this range of motion. I think usually very tall men have this issue more than others. It's just how people are built, and that's normal. So it's possible if you can't do it, it might be a bone restriction. If you can, try to bring your hands closer together and try again. Maybe this time you are able to go further. Go as slow or as fast as your body allows, or as you would like to go. Try to keep the neck relaxed the entire time. And notice the difference between the shoulders. They're supposed to be moving at the same rhythm, at the same pace. But sometimes we notice a little kink or a little stiffness in one side more than the other. We're also going to do the same thing, but in a different way. So you have your straps in front, and gently extend back, and then to the side. So then your left arm, for example, will drop to the side and back. Right hand overhead and in front. Again, overhead, left hand overhead and back. Right hand overhead and forward. Try this a couple times. Try the difference between one side and the other, one shoulder and the other. And the slower you go, the more you're going to build some tone in the belly, in the core, but also in your shoulders. And then you can try the other side. So same thing, arm overhead, going back, left hand overhead, and going forward. Going faster would look like this, but we do prefer to go slow right now. Feel the engagement, especially when your arms go back. You should feel your obliques, your abdominal muscles engaging here. You're not like just allowing your back to curl like this. You're keeping your core engaged. Spine stays straight. How are we feeling? You guys feel the work already being done into the shoulders? All right. Let's do one more. And down. Beautiful. If you want a bit of wrist stretch, you can take the time to roll your wrists in one direction and the other. A really great one as well is clasping the fingers together and then going for your infinity signs. Creating a number 8 with the wrists. So come closer, so you guys can see. It's like this, and you're just allowing the hands to lower down like that. And then we're going to come gently into a tabletop position once again. You can set the strap to the side and make sure that those wrists are below the shoulders, knees below the hips, spine is straight, engage the core. Push the palms into the floor. From here, we're going to place our left hand in the middle of the mat if we can, and extend the right hand in front. From there, you can always curl the right toes, and that really helps with support, to extend the left leg back. Find a moment here to engage the core, extend the body. Toes are facing down. We're not rounding our spine like this. We're still engaging, pulling the abs in. Imagine you're trying to shake someone's hand in front of you. And on the exhale, we're going to bend our right elbow, bring it to the left knee. Inhale, extend. And once again, exhale, crunch in, engage the core, round the spine. Inhale. 3 out of 5, go ahead for it with control. Push the mat away. I'm just going to change hands because it's hurting my wrist. And exhale down. 4 out of 5. And 2. Extend. Great job. And lower the hands down. We're going to extend the leg out to the side like this. And gently lower the hips down towards your back heel. You can walk the hands forward, and it helps to stretch out the inside of your thigh. Gently rise back up, and we'll go for the other side. Same thing. Curl the toes under for your support if that works for you. My right hand is under the right shoulder, but slightly more towards the middle of the mat. So not directly in the middle, but closer towards the center. From there, we're extending the left hand in front, right foot behind. Toes are pointing down. You're engaging the core, engaging your glutes, the inner thighs, kicking the heel back. Imagine you're trying to reach forward to grab someone's hand, but bring the chin in towards the chest to keep the neck nice and long. Once you have that, then you bend your elbow, pull in, crunch elbow to knee. Round your spine. Inhale, extend. 5 times in total. Go as slow as you can to feel the engagement of the body, of the muscles. And 3. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Drop the hips down towards your heel. Extend your hands forward. Head lowers. Inhale, back up. And drop your knees down. Into child's pose. Forehead lowers. Stay here and take some deep breaths. I want to ask you guys, are you guys having trouble with the video? Let me know, because I have the feeling that maybe the Wi-Fi isn't that great right now. But let me know. Comment if you are having issues with it. Either way, we're going to stay here for the child's pose. Take a little break. And to counteract all of that work, bring your knees wider apart on the mat. We're going to inhale the right hand up. And exhale, thread under our arm. Extend the left, drop down onto your ear. The left hand can be overhead like this or behind your back. Allow your neck to fully relax. This is called thread the needle, and our goal is to place weight onto our shoulder, and it really stretches out the upper back. The trapezius, shoulder blades open up, the neck muscles are slightly pulled. Feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like. Relaxing the jaw, the facial muscles, allowing for the hips to lower down towards the heels with ease. And when you're ready, you can lower the left hand down. Inhale, the right hand towards the sky. Exhale down. Inhale, left hand reaches up. And exhale, thread under the right arm. Extend to the side. Right hand overhead on the mat or behind your back. Find what works for you. Deep breaths. Our spine should be fully straight here. And with every exhale, you'll feel those hips lower down more and more. Make sure that those knees are nice and wide on the mat, not close together. You can stay here for as long as you like. You can pause this video and then start again when you're ready. Or, when you're ready, drop the right hand down. Inhale, the left hand up. Exhale down. All right, how are we feeling? I'm feeling those muscles engaged. All right, the next one is what we can use for blocks. So if you have blocks or if you have two thick textbooks that you want to use, you can always have that. And I'll show you how to place them. So when you're ready, we're going to have our hands on the mat, curl our toes under, lift the hips up. And begin just by gently walking your dog, pedaling out your feet, stretching out the hamstrings, the calves. It's not supposed to be perfect just yet, especially because this is our first one today. Bend your knees as much as you need. You can probably hear my legs popping because I go to an extreme with this stretch. All right, so from here, it's important that we're not just dumping into the upper body like this. We're pushing the mat away. It's more important to keep the upper body straight. So if you can, bend the knees, push the hips up towards the sky, push the mat away, separate the shoulder blades if you can. So instead of like dumping into the chest like this, you're separating the shoulder blades, slightly rounding the spine. However, you can also extend the heels down, extend your legs, and gaze past your knees or towards your belly button. Wherever you're at, you're fully engaged. Inhale, right leg is going to lift up. And exhale, step forward. Inhale, open up the chest and drop the knee down. You can take a moment here if this is a lot, placing the hands on the front knee and pushing into the front heel to lift up. You can gently just go back and forth with your weight into flexibility and then into strength. Allowing your hips to lower down and then kicking into the foot to push, engage the leg. This is just a little warm up for what we're about to do next. Okay. From here, we're going to do some different options, all right? I'm going to move the camera up higher so you guys can see as I lift my hands up. But we're about to get nice and sweaty. So, we're here on our knee. Curl the back toes in the back. And then lift the leg up. Arms overhead. This is our crescent pose. From here, we're going to gently lower the back heel into our warrior two. From here, you should be feeling how the inner thigh is engaged. You're bending the knee. It's directly over the front heel. The back leg is straight. You're opening up the shoulders. Instead of turning them like this, you're opening it up, dropping them down. Extend the front leg just for a moment. And then bend the knee once again. And extend the arms overhead. A complete diagonal from the back heel. You'll feel that engagement in the side of your body, in the core, and hold it there. Keep the neck nice and long. And drop the hands down. Extend the front leg. You can reach the right hand overhead. I'm sure we're all feeling it now. And then gently bend the front knee, placing the left hand, left arm in right over the right arm. This is called eagle pose. And you're placing the palms together here. And inhale, lifting the elbows up. Mini back bend. Exhale, we're going to go 3 times, folding down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stay strong. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Let's do one more. Exhale down. You can drop the hands down on the mat. Pick up the back heel. And step back. Either lowering down onto your knees and chest like this, or going for a full chaturanga, shifting your weight forward, low plank, and then your up dog. Knees and hips off the floor. Exhale, down dog. We'll go for the other side. Left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, in front between your hands. Lower your back knee. And you can stay here, placing your hands on your leg, gently shifting your weight, front and back. Using your heel to push the floor away, engage the glute, the leg, and then fall back into your flexibility. Take your time, go as slow or as fast as you want to feel, especially the right thigh stretching out. And when you're ready, we're going to curl those back toes. Inhale, lift the arms up and lift the knee off the ground. Crescent pose. Opening up our chest. This is where we lower the back heel down. Warrior two. Hands lower to each side of the body. We're gazing past the left middle finger now. You're tucking the tailbone under, not sticking your butt out. You're engaging the core. Spine is nice and long. Inhale, extend the front leg just for a moment and rebend, going for your diagonal variation. Arms overhead, you're engaging the left glute as much as you can, imagining that there's a straight line from your fingertips down to the back heel. Open up the chest towards the ceiling or sky. And exhale, look down. Inhale, sky archer. Reach back, extend the front leg. And gently rebend the left knee. And going for our eagle arms. So this time, it's right arm over the left. And we inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale down. Try to lower the elbows towards the floor if you can. And then back up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. Push into the heel to drive up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Lift those elbows away from the chest. And last time. Inhale up. You release the hands. Lower them on each side of the foot. Pick up the back heel. And step back into your chaturanga. The supported version just looks like this. Inhale, opening up. Up dog. And then down dog. Take a moment to lower onto the knees. Into your child's pose. Relax down onto the forehead. And take your break. So this is a lot of muscle engagement, and we're doing it a little bit at a time, and you're going to feel it. You can use this for your own practice, your day-to-day life. These all engage so much, but the slower you go, the more you're going to feel these muscles, and the more that they're going to grow. The faster you go, the least effective they're going to be. That would be more for cardio. All right. For the next one, we're going to lower down onto the hips. I'll turn this way for you guys. Actually, sorry. No, this way. And we're going to go into a boat pose. And this is going to engage the abs as well. But it's kind of like, bicycle, that workout. It's kind of similar to that, but in a different way. It's a yogi way. So, starting out in boat pose, keep the spine straight, bend the knees, lift the legs up. If you want, for more of a difficult variation, you can extend your legs fully, or even extend the arms overhead. Try to keep the lower back straight. So find that variation that allows you to challenge yourself, but still keep your back straight. If you want, you can also attempt to grab your big toes and extend the heels in front. From there, we're going to lower down into something called canoe, which is halfway down. Keep the back off the floor, and then all the way down into kayak. We're still not touching the floor. We're engaging the core, and then back up. Boat pose. We're going to do this a few times. So when you're ready, into canoe, middle, kayak, low, boat, high. Again, canoe, kayak, and then boat. 2 more times. You got this. Canoe, kayak, and boat. 1 more time. You got this. If you're struggling, breathe. Breathe. Your mind is your own limitation. Inhale back up, cross your legs, and just allow your upper body to fold forward. You can even lower your forehead on your hands. Or if you have your blocks, you can lower your forehead towards your blocks. I'm going to show you 2 more things until we're done. But you guys should be sweating by now, or else you're doing something wrong. If you need water, grab some now. And I'm just going to check, make sure there's no questions. Are you guys feeling it? Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling it. I want to know that you guys are struggling. It's a good sign if that's the case. All right. Otherwise, we will gently move onto our hands, onto our knees. From here, going into down dog, hips rise up. We're going to have different variations here. So this is where you can place your blocks under the hands, right here, and it can elevate you a little bit more, or even having your textbooks there. If you would like a challenge, you can lower down towards your elbows into this dolphin pose. You're still pushing the mat away, engaging the insides of the shoulders, of the arms, palms, hands pushing into the mat, hip facing up. You should imagine your sacrum is pointing up towards the sky. You can also walk your feet closer towards the head until your hips are over the head, but go as deep as you want. I'm going to stay here because that's what's working for me today. 2 more breaths. Push the floor away. And exhale. When you're ready, child's pose. Inhale back up. And then our last one for finally calming down is going back into our down dog and reaching the right leg up. From here, we're going to bend our knee, and the first option is to drop the knee in the middle of the mat, swivel the foot out to the side, and then the left hand reaches overhead, just like that. This is called gate pose. And another option, for more of an intense variation, is instead of lowering the knee down, you extend your leg out to the side. Both heels are on the floor, and you're reaching the left hand up, pushing the hips away from the floor. You can even do some circles of the arm in both directions. And lowering down onto your hips when you're ready. Legs fully extended. From here, we inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold towards the back of the leg. So that means folding towards the left leg to start. And it's just something quick so that we can retract the pose and then come back onto the hands for down dog. Same thing with the other side. Left leg reaches up. First option is to drop the knee down, swivel the foot out. Right hand overhead. Or extend that left leg to the side and push the hips up. Option to do those arm circles in both directions. When you're ready, drop the hands down and down dog. Lower down onto your knees and child's pose. Great job. I'm going to show you a posture that you can try on your own, just quickly. And you can stay here as long as you want. However, this is where we're going to part ways afterwards. So we're curling the toes underneath, sitting down onto your heels. You're engaging the core slightly, but this goal is to keep the spine straight, tuck the chin slightly towards the chest, hands on the thighs. And you're going to feel intense sensations in the soles of your feet. And that is very normal. If you need to get out of it, if it feels way too uncomfortable, you can drop your hands forward and tap the tops of your toes like this. And then come back into the toe stretch pose. The goal here is to drop the shoulders down away from the ears and allow for full deep breaths in order to move through the discomfort that comes from this posture. This can be very intense for some. We hold a lot of tension in this area in our feet, especially if you barely walk around without shoes. It can be a lot, so take it slow. When you need, come back out of it, tap your toes, and then come back. This also helps a lot with hormones, with blood circulations, with lymphatic drainage, everything. It's a beautiful pose. And just stay here for as long as you want. You might even cry in this pose. But to get out, to change it and to counteract it, you can lower down onto the feet without the toes underneath and gently lift one knee at a time, stretching out the top of your ankles. If you have very flexible ankles like me, especially if you're a dancer, like ballerina or anything like that, you might already know this. You can place your hands behind your back, lift your knees up, stretch the tops of your ankles. You can also place your hands to the sides and lift the knees towards your nose, like this. And down. Wherever you're at, go ahead and get out of the pose. Stretch out your feet, massage the soles of your feet. Move your knees in butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. And that is it for today. I hope you're feeling a lot stronger and honestly okay. And drink lots of water. If you feel like you're gonna be sore tomorrow, eat bananas, and they help with potassium, and that helps with soreness. That's why smoothies with bananas are so essential. However, otherwise, I hope you have a great day. And that is it for me. Thank you to Gentle Stretching for having me for more of an intense yoga class. Not about strength necessarily, but it'll be more of a flow, more movement, more of like a dance. And practice this class again if you want. All right.
Bye.